2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A big play there on the first play of the game. 53 yards.
And the Saints first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Running with Kamara. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Ready? 50 seconds, run. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Sponge. No. Wide. Get wide. Kill. No. Off. Check 50.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Stop short of the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Come on, set. 50 seconds, come on. Okay, double it.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Alert 3. Alert. Alert.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it with Carson. About 3 yards there to the 27. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's caught. Lockett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Switch.
Hang out. Fan. 14.
On 1st down. It's Carson, and a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now it's Carson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Hey, watch it.
12. Hang out. Fan.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down. Love looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing again. Love. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First down, Saints.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. A run, it's Murray. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score. And the Saints have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. This is Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing behind Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Going quickly here to Thomas. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 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 check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, Love. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. looking to throw. Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
You got three down. 57. Mike, 57.
Second and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Carson. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Watch the out. Watch it. Go. Hold up.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Play action. Now Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12.
On third down, Wilson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
57 to Mike. 57.
On first down, Love. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They go play action now. Wilson steps away. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check three.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 24, Seahawks 14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Tempo.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
47's the mic, boys.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Jim.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will make this a 4-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 4th down, Love. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
It's 4th down.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.